Hey, all, welcome to my channel. Louis Roberts Jr. or Louise Roberts Jr. The trade for him, I'm at a loss. I mean, honestly, that means now you're moving Taylor basically to left, which means now you're creating a logjam in left field basically. And like, unless Benj coming out of the minors, for spring training, he wows everyone. Chances are it's going to be a platoon between Batty and fortunately, Bader at this or Taylor at this point as well too. Quite honestly, I'm not sure what Stearns is doing now. Like, it makes sense from an aspect that having Robert Jr. in as a center fielder for defensive purposes because it makes absolute sense for that. But time will only tell because like he's not offensively well known. I mean, 3 years ago he did really well, but since then he hasn't been doing that well. So I don't know where that's coming from. I mean, quite honestly, I thought maybe Benj should have been the person they should have used at that point, but I don't know. Now you have Bichette at third. It's kind of weird. I mean, honestly, we know that the big failings with the Mets basically was essentially their starting pitching, their rotation, their pitching, starting rotation as well as their bullpen. More specifically, their starting rotation. It's a case where like I don't know what they're gonna do now at this point because quite honestly, who do you sign? Because you know full well what you tried last year didn't work. So now it's not a case where like you got to claim projects to make sure hopefully that they do well. Now it's a case where like you got to rebuild that bullpen as well as rebuild that starting rotation, make them dominant like they were. Don't rely on Sengo. McLean, as long as he's healthy, it seems like he'll be our true starter and ace. Sprout, I think, is going to be the number two person. Peterson's going to be the back end of the rotation type of guy. Honestly, I'm not sure exactly how this plays out. We need another true rotation, another starter basically, and like I don't know who they're gonna get. They can make a trade for a pitcher, that'd be great, but I don't know who they're gonna trade for. Honestly, I thought you could have used Acuna as well too, coupled with Batty and Vientos. I know Vientos is gonna be playing first, platooning with first as well too, and basically Mauricio. They could have like put those four and gotten maybe throw in another minor leaguer basically at that point or two for basically Skeens because the Pirates are not going to re-sign Skeens at this point after the following 2 year after next year or the following year after. I think he's going to become a free agent in 2028. There's no way they're going to be able to sign him, so they might as well get something for him for now versus for nothing. And they're not going to go into the playoffs tomorrow this year basically. So this season. So honestly, it doesn't look like it's hopeful for the Mets season. Time will only tell. I can only say this is like at least defensively they've done decent, but the question is Bichette not a third baseman, so I have no idea like how that works out actually because that's one of the hot corners you need basically, and like Vientos playing first, that's not happening. I mean honestly, he sucks defensively speaking. So I'm not sure where this is going, but I'm hoping. It seems like Stearns is well. First off, it looks like Stearns is going to be trying to trade for Peralta from the Brewers basically for whatever reason, Stearns has some fascination with his former team and he wants to grab some of those players. I don't know why. Just because you get them, they have never advanced, quite honestly. They've never advanced fast past the first round or the wild card. Why are you bothering with that? You want pitchers that will get you somewhere. So reality is like honestly, trade for some dominant pitchers. Peralta could be good, but then you need some really good stars as well as some serious offense at that point. But reality is, I don't know how that's going to work out. So quite honestly, I don't look. I'm not looking to see the Mets make the postseason this season. Unfortunately, let's be realistic. Unless they get another dominant pitcher, at best they're going to be competitive. At least best they're going to be competitive and come close to the playoffs. But they're not making the playoffs this season. Let's be honest, they're not making it. Losing. I mean, if they're signing Bichette and they're saying it's like, oh, we're really like when they let Alonso go, they were like talking about like, well, you know what, we're trying to build our defense now. So that's why they let Alonso go. If that's the case, then why did you sign Bo Bichette and have him play a position that he's never played before? I mean, honestly, that makes no sense. Honestly, so like that doesn't make sense at all. And Vientos we know he's a sucky first baseman. So Bichette, offensively, he's a good hitter. He's a good hitter, but he's not a home run hitter. And unless he knows how to drive in runs, I don't see the Mets advancing this year, honestly, to the playoffs. I wish I could, But let's be realistic. It's not happening, unfortunately. Last year, had our hopes up, but I was scared of what was going on. And like I called it early in the beginning of the season. I was like a little scared. And, it showed at the end of the season as well, too. Like, basically their bullpen and their pitching was not top notch. And they did rush Tong. Honestly, I think Tong, if my opinion, that is, this is my opinion. I think Jonah Tong should be your closer. He seems more suited as a closer than a starter, but I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this Luis Roberts Jr. signing or trade was good? Do you think the Mets will make the playoffs this season? I mean, I know hopefully as a Mets fan you want them to, but let's be realistic. Do you think they'll make it based on everything that's going on right now? And based on what their bullpen and their starting rotation is, do you think they'll make the playoffs? Honestly, I don't think so, but let me know your thoughts. Put it in the comment section. I do read them all. I do respond to them all when they warrant a response. With that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.